This is where the light gets in. The restaurant in Stockport that everybody's talking about. It has no menu, you pay in advance, and it's for food that changes daily. One Guardian food critic recently described it as the most exciting food she's eaten in years, and it's just been awarded Best Newcomer at the Manchester Food and Drink Awards. So far, so good. However, have a trawl through TripAdvisor and you'll see that not everybody's happy, and that's exactly what I've been doing. I'm here with Sam Buckley, owner. Sam.
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Very well, thanks.
You ready for this?
I guess so.
Okay.
You said yes.
You've agreed to do it. There's no backing out now. Okay, this is from Sam R. They title this review, Very Disappointing. None of the food had a wow factor, and all seemed reasonably simple compared to the other tasting menus with a similar price point. All in all, it was a big disappointment for a lot of money, and since they're right up in the Guardian, they've increased their prices by 25% without adding anything to the menu, which seems to me slightly greedy.
Okay, we've increased the tasting menu by about 3 or 4 courses, and we've increased our staff by 25% since the Guardian. We're about to employ a forager and employ a farmer to work on our new farm in the Roman Lakes in Marple. So the price is going to go up again, and I make no apologies for the price of it. The simplicity is our style. We make it look simple on the plate. Other chefs choose to bring the wow with colours and smoke machines and things like that, and foams, which is great, and spherification. The complication that we go through is sourcing, and we spend a great deal of time doing that in order to make the plate look simple, in order to be one bite and lasting.
Okay. This is from Terry B. Again, a similar title to Sam's, it's Disappointed. This is about the staff, really, Sam. Terry B says, I felt the staff were lacking interest in the food, us, and the wine. Overall, a negative experience.
That's horrifying. I'm constantly telling everybody how proud I am to have the best team. I go to restaurants in London and overseas all the time. You know, I go and eat out as much as I can, and our team is like, I'm 100% happy with the team all the time. Front of house and the chefs in the kitchen all have the knowledge and all have the passion. Otherwise, they wouldn't be working 14 hours a day, 90-hour weeks. Unfortunately, when we're in service, you know, you've seen how open it is. When we're cooking, and I'm watching every table, someone really interacting with us or interacting with each other. Everybody's different, and every now and then I do see a table that maybe like seems to have been overlooked or seems to be in the shadows somewhat. But we're talking all the way through service to say. So, Terry B. They never have a second name. Why don't they say like T. Buchanan?
Wait till we hear the name of the next one.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't say that people slip through the net. I'd say that the team are solid and on it every night. We've got 26 guests. We have 26 guests so we can, infuse over everybody. And we infuse over the food at the table and the wine. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Okay, this is the next one. They go by the name of A TripAdvisor.
Oh, wow, that's clever.
It's quite clever, isn't it? I liked it. So there's a bit of a story behind this, so bear with me while I read this out. I waited a long time to get booked in for 6 people, 3 months to be exact, so I was looking forward to my visit last Friday. Unfortunately, my journey from Dorset was badly delayed due to the closure of the M5, so one of my party, who were already here, informed you that myself and my wife would not be able to make it due to unforeseen circumstances. The other 4 people ate at the restaurant, spending £410, and then I was surprised to see that they debited 150 quid off my credit card for a failure to turn up. I appreciate this is a young business establishing itself, but when I called, there was no negotiation, even though I suggested a half refund.
Yeah, I spoke to him personally.
Did you?
He wouldn't speak to the manager because that wasn't enough, so I spoke to him. This restaurant comes with a lot of baggage. We're in the middle of a town that people have rarely visited in the past decade. We have no sign. We have no front door to speak of. You come and you don't know what you're going to get. You have no idea of what kind of menu you're going to get. And it costs a lot of money to eat here. So there's a massive amount of trust that we ask for our diners. we're only 26 seats and we cook everything to order every day, or it's prepared for 2 or 3 days. So the rules that we put down aren't because like we hate vegetarians or we don't like people that cancel. But when people have, you know, the guys tried 3 months to book. There's other people that try 3 months to book and they don't get that table. And now we waste two portions of pork, maybe all of this food. We're a zero waste company as well. And more importantly, like the people that are trying to get in don't get to eat because this guy wasted the table. We have rules in place and we have to abide by those. We can't sort of like waver, because if we do that, then, you know, the business, if we have 14 people not turn up that night, that's 50% profit lost. So we can't say to somebody, oh, sorry, yeah, okay, it's half price. We set out to do what we do, and we do what we do.
Okay, this next one, Sam, some of this is pretty cutting.
Yeah, I know this. This is one of the only TripAdvisors I've read, actually.
Well, this is from Claire R. And it's almost like a tasting menu of insults that she works.
It's lovely.
So we'll go through. I've not got all of them. I just picked some of her finer moments.
Okay.
So it begins by her describing when the food was first brought out. She said the first indescribable morsels we tried contained fish shell in a leaf and some kind of slop that in my kitchen would be gunk clogging up the sink that I would chuck on the compost heap.
It was a crab taco we served in sort of summertime. She's got a talented sink. I was quite happy with that dish. We're never 100% happy with any dish. We never should be. We're never 100% happy with any service or with anything we ever do. We're our own critics, by the way. I don't really read TripAdvisor. You know. Every day we have 2 briefings a day to say what went wrong and what went right. That's what we do. But this is wonderful. This is like, you know.
Oh, language is clearly her tool. She
this
goes
is
on.
crying material.
Claire R. says, the skill levels that the food demanded were below rudimentary. There is no cooking skills in use here.
Okay. I really like this just as a piece of writing. I can't, either it's like an enemy of mine has got somebody to write something for them.
What do you think?
No, I don't think it's that, but you just can't be that blazing. I mean, I've had people here before, and they come over at the end of the night and I say, how was everything in it? One person once said to me, you used to work for Paul Kitchen, didn't you? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, you're not as good as Paul Kitchen. Said,
wow.
Okay. So when people come here, I've sat on the stairs at night before and I've cried about things, which is fine, like, you know, it's my business. And it is, Chloe and I run the business. It's an independent business. We didn't borrow any money off any big investors. We owe the bank money, you know, we did all of this. We painted it all ourselves. The chefs were here at the beginning painting instead of doing prep. We built it from nothing. And we found it hilarious. We laugh about it because it's so brilliantly written, and she's taken the time to be absolutely...
Oh, man.
I challenge anyone to come here and find it that bad.
Okay, we're nearing the end. This is from Chris H99 2013. Personally, I think this restaurant has got caught up in its own hype following a good national paper review. I may be wrong, but I can't see it keeping going long term after this short period of hype without, Sam, a reality check and a management rethink.
I agree with him about the hype. And that's one of the reasons why we didn't go to Manchester. The hype
one of the reasons you weren't in Manchester.
One of the reasons why we chose not to be in Manchester, because things are flash in the pan these days. Not just in food, music, and in anything, in film, in music. I'm sort of naming arts, but food is, you know, flash in the pan as well. Restaurants are flash in the pan. Trends and fads are flash in the pan. There's a trend at the moment of sustainability, and we really want to be part of that. Of sourcing good produce from as closely as possible, and having a good team of staff that you try and treat as well as you can, and a happy team. So that's the hype that we want to be part of, and we've done it well because we've, you know, become like leaders of the hype almost in the press.
Leaders of the hype.
Of that particular hype. We're not in the burger trend. We're not in we're not in any of the other trends. We're not in the sourdough pizza trend, which is a really good trend. So I agree with him about the hype, and every night I go home and I worry, you know, how long will we sustain ourselves, especially with this sort of expectation now from the reviews. But we manage ourselves very well here, as well as we can. We're still a bunch of miscreants. But we work as hard as we can every day, and we change little things every day, and we get better every day. And so I just hope that the hype will remain.
Masters of the hype. I like that phrase. That Claire would probably like that phrase. Claire,
I really like Claire. I kind of want to meet her and I just think like somebody doing that, they just have to take a little step back. If it's McDonald's or something, fair enough. But we're a young independent business, and they flooded. If she had a bad meal, which she obviously did, she could have been. I don't even want us to be constructive, but don't be dramatic. Don't be like verbose. Don't be prolix about the thing. Like this is a serious thing we're doing, and it's our livelihood. It's not a little piece of writing on a shady website.
Whilst I was going through all the TripAdvisor reviews, I spent quite a lot of time reading your reviews, of which there are lots more good ones. But there's lots more good ones.
I don't read them, but Emma tells me that like we're pretty much 50-50. I'm like,
Emma, your manager. Well, keep on doing what you're doing, man, and keep on not reading TripAdvisor. Just stay away from it. Yeah. Don't let people like me in. Don't let me in again. Don't let me do it.
Yeah. You can come and have your dinner, but just don't go on TripAdvisor.
I won't, but yeah,
don't write on TripAdvisor.
Listen, thank you for doing that, Sam. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks a lot.
Well done, dude.
Have a good day.